Coming up on this edition of MHS Rewind, we'll take a look at the marching band's trip to Lucas Oil Stadium and have a look at how some students are getting a head start on their career.
And in sports, we'll take a look at some student athletes who will continue their athletic careers in college and have a preview of boys and girls basketball, swimming, and wrestling. Good morning, MHS. I'm Claire Piney.
And I'm Ann Keister. We'll have all that and more coming up on this edition of MHS Rewind.
The Martinsville High School marching band traveled to Indianapolis to compete in Bands of America. Nick Holmes was there and takes a closer look.
Bands of America is a national competition where marching bands from all over the country compete at Lucas Oil Stadium to prove themselves and to see who is the best of the best. Martinsville had some complications at the beginning of the season, but the team pulled together and became a strong force.
Transitioning between directors throughout the season was kind of a struggle, but we got through it and continue to push forward with our show and the product that we're putting on the field.
Everyone was very excited to compete and show off their skills. As Wesley Kopis says, this was a great experience for the band.
I want to kind of go into the stadium and kind of get our name out there because this is a national event, and I feel like if we had a presence, people would know us more and maybe we'd be a little more popular amongst marching bands.
While waiting to perform, the band had 45 minutes to get one last practice in before they competed. The band executed their drills, fine-tuned their instruments, and walked through their performance one last time before entering the field at Lucas Oil Stadium. When they came onto the field, they were met with a thunderous applause and loud cheers. Color Guard impressed the audience with flag spins, rifle tosses, and various props, while band set the mood with a pleasing performance. They lit up the stadium with bright colors and amazing music. The band embraced one another this year, and they became closer than ever.
I think of it more as a team and a family instead of just individuality. A big part of band is just thinking of yourself as a family and a team instead of, oh, if I get it right, then I'm okay. I don't have to worry about anything else.
The marching band will be having auditions for their winter season on November 28th. See Mr. Belt if you have any further questions. For MHS Rewind, I'm Nick Holmes.
Students have only 2 more weeks to rehearse for this year's musical. The premiere showing of Kiss Me Kate is just around the corner. All of the actors and actresses are on stage in the auditorium learning the final steps to their dances. The shows are on December 1st at 7 p.m., December 2nd at 3 and 7 p.m., and December 3rd at 3 p.m. You can buy your tickets online or at the door.
MHS added a new law enforcement class this year, giving students a way to get a head start on their career. Push-ups. Lots of push-ups. All part of the new law enforcement class at MHS. The class is a dual credit course through Vincennes University. Students create a workout and do physical training once a week and learn in the classroom using the course curriculum of the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy.
I've learned a lot about every single thing, like autopsies I've learned how they do certain things, coroners I've learned how they do certain things, ERT, which stands for SWAT, how they approach different obstacles, and same with officers.
Kenny Murphy teaches class, but he's also a sergeant on the Martinsville Police Force. He says the students will have lots of opportunities this year that most students wouldn't have at this age.
We've already gone through crash investigations where they've actually gone out and physically seen vehicles and been able to work through a crash scene. They've had firearms training where they learned basic firearm skills and firearm safety that culminated in a trip to the Martinsville Police Department's firearms range where they shot live fire on the range for several hours.
These opportunities have helped students to decide their career path.
It's definitely made me know that I want to be a part of the law enforcement. I haven't necessarily decided what field I want to go into, but we have people from different fields come in and talk to us. It's helped a lot to eliminate some options I thought of.
The course has also taught the students important lessons about respect, responsibility, and how to treat people.
You're going to see a lot of people that are in the worst day of their life, and I think it's best to be able to take care of those people. Just as simple as having a stuffed animal in the back of your car just to make that little kid's day, because if you make the wrong impression on a little kid, he's going to take that away and hate cops forever.
Thankfully, the officer teaching this class has made the right impression on his students. If you'd like to be involved, talk to your counselor about signing up next year.
The John R. Wooden Gym has a new look. As you walk inside, you'll see a wall dedicated to the gym's namesake, including an iconic picture of the former Martinsville legend. On the other side is a 3D word wall, highlighting some of the school's athletic achievements. Inside the gym, famous quotes from John R. Wooden cover each corner, and the other walls are covered in logos and pictures dedicated to the school's sport teams.
Well, we've taken an outstanding facility and made it even better. We started last spring with the idea of just simply redoing the gym floor, and we came up with a new design, and it was a collaborative approach with coaches and other athletic staff members, as well as our front office people, and we simply came up with a great design we felt comfortable with.
The girls and boys basketball teams are enjoying playing in the new look John R. Wooden Gym.
Let's send it over to Carissa Wampler for a preview of those teams and a look at the rest of Artesian athletics.
Thanks, guys. Martinsville High School had several athletes sign national letters of intent with colleges and universities to continue their academic and athletic careers. Girls basketball had 3 signings. Christina Alexander with Chicago State, Meredith Deckard with Taylor, and Kayana Traylor with Purdue. Madison Martin signed to play volleyball at Trevecca, and Ashlyn Van Lanningham also signed to play volleyball at Mount St. Joseph's. Lexi Lucas will continue her softball career at IUPUI, and Hunter Sylvester will be playing tennis next year at Marion. Congratulations to all those student athletes. Also, congratulations to David Knuckles. Knuckles was named the Mid-State Conference Girls Golf Coach of the Year. In his first season as head coach, Knuckles led the girls to a sectional championship and had one golfer make it to the state finals. Girls basketball has started once again, and they have high hopes for this year. Noah Thacker has a preview.
Girls basketball coach Vince Bone sees greatness in this year's team.
I would say my entire career, I don't think I've had an off season of this much work put in by the players.
Last year, the team won the conference title and sectional championship. This year, they want more.
I'm hoping that we can go farther than we already have. Like last year, we went to regionals, and I'm really hoping we can go farther.
To get the team further, Coach Zerbone has made some changes. He brought in former boys freshman coach Dave Dorsett to assist in installing several new defenses.
He's brought a lot more intensity to our team, I would say, because he's more defense, we're more defensive team, and he's just brought that intensity to us to play defense, stay in it, keep going hard, keep pushing, all that.
Jessica Nix is one of 5 returning seniors, along with Kayana Traylor, who averages 23 points per game and is ranked 42nd in the country, Meredith Deckard, who averages nearly 10 points a game, Christina Alexander, who will be going to Division I Chicago State, and Madison Martin.
I think that us seniors, since there's 5 of us, we all know that it's our last year and that we have a job to get done, so we're just trying to push and mesh together just to play our hardest.
The girls have been playing well to start the season. They're 5-1 and will travel to Mooresville to battle the Pioneers. For MHS Rewind, I'm Noah Thacker.
The boys basketball team is hitting the court hard in preparation for their upcoming season. Claudia Willis has a preview.
The boys basketball team is back and feeling good about this upcoming season. After proving their skills in tryouts, they are ready to push themselves further in practices and upcoming games.
Tryouts went pretty good. We had a lot of leadership for tryouts. Had a lot of upperclassmen this year, being able to lead a lot more than last year.
Tryouts ended with a lot of the same players as last year, including 6 seniors and some promising underclassmen.
Pretty much got the same team back as last year. Got some younger guys that are going to step up this year, though, so that'll be good.
We've got a couple sophomores that are stepping up, play varsity, and freshmen have been doing well, and our juniors are doing really good, too.
Those juniors include Reed Staggs and post players Chase Havlin and Tyler Stead, the tallest kids on the team.
Average height is probably around 6 foot. It's very small for basketball. So this year, instead of a bunch of post play, we're going to have to spread the floor out and just run and gun a little bit, be in good shape.
We're conditioning a lot, trying to get back in shape. We're going to try and outrun some teams this year, shooting quite a bit as well to make sure we have good shooting for the games.
Collier says the team is shooting for 3 goals this year, a winning record, a conference title, and a sectional championship. The team took their first steps towards these goals during tryouts and preseason practice, and will take another step when they open their season Saturday at Edgewood. For MHS Rewind, I'm Claudia Willis.
The wrestling team has a new head coach this year, but as Aaron Clanton tells us, he's a familiar face.
Be aggressive, go out there and compete. Advice new head coach Briar Runyon gives his wrestlers. And if they follow that advice, Runyon feels they'll be wrestling in the state finals.
As of right now, we're going to get somebody there. We've gotten somebody there for the last 11 years. 23 out of the last 24 years, we're going to get someone there again. We've got a lot of wrestlers that have a really good shot at it. I put the work in the summer, and I put the work in right now, and we'll all season.
Runyon speaks from experience. He was a state champion at Martinsville his senior year, and this year he'll look to his two seniors, Dexter Grubb and Grant Walker, to lead the team.
Our leadership this year is phenomenal. We've got Dexter and Grant. They've stepped up as seniors and really doing their job.
Their job, Runyon says, started in the summer in the off-season with hard work, and both hope it pays off with a trip to state.
There's 2 rounds in semi-state. If you win the first round, you go to the second. If you win the second, you go to state, and I lost the first round. So hopefully this year things change and I'm a state.
I would love to make it to state this year. If not, I'm going to give it my hard. Go as hard as I can, not stopping, and just keep going forward.
Going for it by being aggressive and competing, just like his coach wants. For MHS Rewind, I'm Aaron Clanton.
The Martinsville High School swim team is heading into their season with big expectations.
Technique, performance, and leadership. 3 areas where Coach Robert Hayslip is already seeing improvement from this year's swim and dive team.
The kids work hard, there's no doubt about that. In terms of what we're doing in practice, we're putting in anything from 5,000 plus yards in one practice, and then you combine that with a recovery set in the morning on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, they're putting in anywhere from 8,000 to 10,000 yards a day.
Sophomore Miles Anderson says the hard work all has a purpose.
It'll help us during meets because while swimming longer races, we can hold faster times and then be able to improve and beat the other people we're competing against.
This season, Anderson hopes to break his personal record in the 100-yard freestyle. Senior Allie Staley hopes to break her record in the same event.
And right now we're just really working on like shoulder stuff and technique, trying to get that time down.
Staley's goal is to see the team proceed with a positive attitude in and out of the water.
Like I really want underclassmen to step up and be able to lead by example as well.
We've got, some leaders that are very mature for their age, which is good, that's starting to set the tone there. We've got a lot more experience. They were a very young team last year, a lot of freshmen. So we're going to have a good group this year that's already working hard in the water.
The team will continue to work on their technique and performance throughout the season. And Hayslip expects to see times drop at sectional and hopes to have several athletes compete in the state competition.
Hence the name of the drill.
The boys and girls swim team will host Greenwood next Tuesday in the Artesian Pool. That's it for a look at sports. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Carissa. The dance marathon team is holding a dine and donate next Monday at the Mexican restaurant on the square, Los Reyes.
10% of the profits throughout the entire day will go to the year-end goal of $30,000. Come out and eat next Monday for the kids.
That wraps it up for this edition of MHS Rewind. For Carissa Wampler, Claire Piney, and the rest of the advanced broadcasting class, I'm Ann Keister.
Thanks for watching and have a great day.